rent. Does anybody have anything to discuss about it? Anything at all? You know, whether hurricanes or tornadoes or whatever, anything like this, we tend to learn a lot from this stuff. Every time that we have a class, and Dr. Taylor does a class, he learns from it. And so I want to know if anybody has any experiences or anything like that they would care to share, or any questions about that. We'll avoid the issues, you know, the social issues and things like that. But does anybody have anything at all you want to discuss about that, or any questions at all? I need to push ball. Talk to that gentleman there. He catches it and says, "Okay, you got to ask the question." That kind of. So
I noticed the one thing, it was in the older acts back in the 1950s about schools or something, and I said that must be the reason we still have to do fire drill and a tornado drill every year in the schools. There was one thing in there about, you know, drills and stuff, and I thought, I bet that's where that always came from, because we always had to do a fire drill and tornado drill every year, even if it was the prettiest day in the world. You did a tornado drill. And I said, when I was watching you, I said, I bet that's where that came from.
Duck cover and, you know, civil defense and all that stuff.
Yeah, if you get federal money, you have to practice that at least once in your school.
That's true.
I just figured that was probably where it came from when you said that.
Yes, sir.
So with all the emergency control and prevention and all that stuff that we have in place, why were we so unprepared for Hurricane Harvey? Why is there so much catching up to do, even though we knew it was coming? And if we have all this in place, we should have had stuff in place for it.
I think they learned from lessons from Hurricane Katrina, and everything doesn't work for the same situations. I just got back from helping out with Hurricane Harvey, and that place is a mess. It hit Corpus Christi and all these other towns along the way, and we had a huge operation set up, and they had like 5 or 6 different towns, and they had base of operations on each one. And places like that, and Florida, coastal Florida, Key West. They're completely ruined. These people it's going to take them forever to rebuild. I can't answer that question because, you know, I don't want to drag any federal agencies or anything through the mud in that case. But we'll just say that there's a lot of that stuff is not warranted that you hear on the news, that you hear on social media and things like this. I can tell you that the system itself is very, very organized. People do make mistakes. You know, does one person act faster than another person acts? We don't really know that. I know that's not really the answer you're looking for, but just like anything else, you're studying criminal justice, right? You're going to be manager someday, probably, right? That's one of the management things. You know, do you write? You got all these people. You know, you got saying, you know, well, we need help over here, we need help over here, we need help over here. There's different ways of evacuating people. My personal opinion, one of my personal opinions is always, don't force them to be evacuated if they don't want to be evacuated, because you're wasting money, wasting funds. Instead, the ones that need it, you know, get them first. Like, for example, there's a program called CERT. Okay, and y'all familiar with that CERT program? It stands for Community Emergency Response Teams. Basically, that's set up in individual neighborhoods and stuff. And when you come in, you know, if there's a tornado or something, you're on a CERT team. First thing you go in that door and say, "Can anybody in here hear my voice?" If you can hear my voice, and walk out. Boom, you've just eliminated them. Okay. And then you say, now if you can't move, you can hear my voice, tell me where you're, you know, talk to me so I can locate you. So it's the little steps like that, okay? So that basically it should be designed, and it is designed to affect the people that need it first. And people like, you know, if you force evacuations, like, I think it was, I don't know, maybe it's Hurricane Katrina or something. They forced people to evacuate and had vehicles going out so much that they were stuck because or people coming in, they were stuck because there were so many people going out because they were ordered to be evacuated. So I think the best way to do it is authorize them, you know, say, look, if we're asking you to evacuate, but you don't have to evacuate. We're not gonna concentrate on that. You know, it's like if you're not smart enough to evacuate and you wanna get killed, then that's up to you. We got more responsibility in other areas, you know? So that's the only way I can answer that question. Anything else? Anybody have any questions about criminal justice at all? I spent a year as a shift commander in a prison in Marshall County. So let me answer your questions on that stuff. How we doing on time?
About 30 minutes. Yeah.